Welcome back to the Springs Radio Real Estate Show. I'm Cheryl Garlock at Colorado Front Range Properties. I'm so glad you've joined us today on the show here. You know, I was talking about properties for sale, and if you are new to the home buying process, you guys might really like to go ahead and go to coloradospringsbesthomes.com, and right below the panoramic image right there, you'll find an ebook called, it's a guide for home buyers, and it's called The Home Buying Process Keys to Your Success. You might want to, that's a free download, just print that thing out there, gives you some great tips about buying homes, gives you kind of a little checklist for what you might be looking for, and just sort of tells you a little bit about the process of home buying in a very quickie nutshell. Of course, you know I'm here to serve. I want to help you find your next home, so give me a call at 719-321-7600, 719-321-7600. Now on the flip side, if you're thinking about selling your home, you got two choices when you're selling your home. You either can go solo or hire a pro. And a lot of times, let's be honest, okay, a lot of times people don't always want to hire the professional realtor because they're trying to save money, you know, on the commission. Because it's, you know, let's be honest, commissions are not cheap. They just are not cheap. And if you can save a buck, you know, why not? That's generally the mindset. But the real true question is, can you really save that money? You know, I don't really think you can, in all honesty. And, you know, I am the professional, and I am looking for your business, as is every other realtor out there. But, you know, you can try it, and if it doesn't work too well, then you can go ahead and, you know, hire a professional to come out and actually list your property and take charge of that. But one thing you do not want to do is fall for those online opportunities or realtors that will say, hey, we can just get your property in the MLS, and then try it on yourself and you pay them a fee. Do not do that. That is just suicide. I'm going to tell you why that's suicide. That's suicide because it's already now got a history into the MLS records there. And we track. The MLS tracks the history on properties when you bought and sold, you know, 3, 4, 5, 10 years ago. We track that, and it shows up whenever we pull up a property address there. So when you're selling in today's world, you never ever want it in the multiple listing service until you're really ready to be able to sell it, and you've really got professional people behind you that are really working that, because it's they who are going to be able to help you, you know, make sure that that property gets actually sold there. You don't want the days on market to count against you, because every buyer asks, certainly asks me all the time, so how long has it been on the market? Oh, what's wrong with it? Why is it taking so long to sell? You don't need those questions at all. So let's go back to some of the reasons why you probably don't want to sell yourself. One is there are too many people to negotiate with. First of all, of course, you've got the buyer. And what are they looking for? The very best deal possible. Do not kid yourself. These buyers are way too smart today. They have all this information at their fingertips there. They know all the kinds of questions to ask there. So you really do need an ace in your corner if you're selling. The buyer who is also, especially if they're represented by an agent, you know, a buyer's agent comes in. Well, is there a fiduciary obligation to represent the interest of the buyer, to get for them the best possible price and terms? You might also have to deal with a buyer's attorney. I just had a call from a buyer the other day who wants me to help him buy a home, find that home, and then engage the services of an attorney there. So that might be an issue there as well for you. Home inspection issues. Oh my gosh, that is just a Pandora's box there. You know, it opens up round 2 of negotiations there. If you distance yourself from the immediate negotiations by having the real estate professional there to help you, that makes a huge, huge difference. Next thing about selling by yourself there, do you have the opportunity to really give it full exposure to all the prospective purchasers out there? We know that 92% of the buyers search for a home online, okay? And you know what makes us different? Yeah, you can put your home online there, but we use the multiple listing service as realtors in a syndication process across many, many different platforms to market property to garner more and more buyer interest there. Another thing here, the results that the buyers do get. You know, 43% of them find properties that basically on the internet, 9% from a yard sign. So they don't really do too many drive-bys, generally speaking, from the get-go. And gosh, it's even lower than that, like 1% from the newspapers, according to the National Association of Realtors. Now, also, selling yourself as a for sale by owner, the paperwork involved in selling and buying a home has increased dramatically, and the industry disclosure regulations have become mandatory. So this is a real tricky area. And then last but not least, I said before there, you're going to net more money from an agent selling your property. That is unquestionably the case there, because your realtor is able to act as a buffer between you and the buyer of that property there, and you're therefore not going to show all your cards directly when you speak with the buyer. And when you are speaking with the buyer directly, you are showing your cards. You want to insulate yourself from that situation. Give me a call, 719-321-7600, Cheryl Garlock, Colorado Front Range Properties, and visit me online at coloradospringsbesthomes.com to learn more about how I can help you sell your home in the shortest amount of time with the least amount of inconvenience to you, and you're going to be happy that you did. Again, 719-321-7600. We will catch you next week. Give me a call.